Hello, beautiful people. Top of the morning to you. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time you'll be watching this session. Welcome to Opinion Poll with Wignited Ayo. And today, like you know that I want to connect with you, and I know you want to connect with me too, just so we can stay connected to each other. I have a probing question that was asked by a viewer like you, and we are here to dissect that question with you. Remember, for you to be able to send me your question so you can get my opinion, our opinion on issues that are bothering you. You can send your anonymous message to this WhatsApp number 090-2205-3305. You can send your anonymous question to this WhatsApp number 090-2205-3305. But before we go into all that we have for you today, and also I have a guest in the house, somebody that you know, somebody that is not new to the screen. I will not disclose our identity to you yet. I'm going to wait until we get back from this break, and I will disclose our identity. For now, let's go on a quick break, and I'll be right back. Welcome back to Opinion Poll with Wignited Ayo. Like I said earlier, I have a guest in the house, somebody that is not new to the screen. Your very own Yoppy girl of Ojumoire. Can you please introduce yourself to our guests?
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on when you are watching us, rather. So, as you all know, my name is Okepsiri. Yes, Ojumoire on Ojumoire program. So I'm not new here.
Yes, as you have heard her, the one that is always giving us the Yoruba vibes every Saturday. So she's here with me to dissect the question that we have here. So on this session, like you know, we get to get people's question, then we air it here, we talk about the question, and share our opinion with them. So we have just a question here, and that question is very broad. And hopefully we'll be able to give our viewers their answers. Okay. And that question is actually copied from a story, and the story goes like, there's this woman whose husband left her for 30 years. He went after another woman. He already had children and everything. After 30 years, he fell sick and now came back to the first wife that he left 30 years ago.
30 years ago.
For 30 years, he left the woman.
What is he looking for now?
I wonder. So he left the woman, and now he is sick. He came back to the woman, pleading for mercy. And a lot of people are like, the woman should take him back now. After all, she had children. So I was a bit shocked, like, when it comes to the man, when a man cheats and he come back, it is easy for people to say, the wife should consider and forgive and all that. But if it had been the woman that left for one day, a kasala will burst. People would always complain. So what do you think this woman should do? And before we consider other questions.
Okay, let me say this. You know what? Based on what you said now, that's, let me say, it's based on cheating, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, because the man cheated on the woman, rather, because you left her for good 30 years without coming back. I'm very sure you won't even check on the children, talk less of the woman, rather.
Or talk about even paying bills.
Oh my God. If it had been the man, I know you won't accept the apology. No way. Because this the men we are talking about, the men in this world, rather. You know what? Someone said, they can do it. I think you know what I'm saying. They can do it, but they won't allow somebody to do it by their head. So I don't know. You know what you can take, you don't need to do it to others. Because I'm very sure if that man is in position of that woman, rather, you won't take her back. No way. Even if you want to, the family will be like, for 30 good years.
Society will say, So 30 years is even a long time for the woman. Even if a woman should live one day, if for instance now the woman leaves the house for one day to sleep with another man, the man will
consider the relationship what
destroyed. That's the end of it.
About it. They'll be like, this woman, he did that, as if everybody was a saint and nobody was a saint.
Because it is a woman, people are expecting her to, show
the
mercy,
apology, right?
to accept and they did not consider all that she went through for 30 years. Now let's assume that this woman did not remarry for that 30 years. She chose not to marry another husband. 30 years. Let's assume the man did not pay the bills. Let's assume the man did not even know how the children went to school, how they were surviving for that 30 years, the emotional trauma and everything. Now, people are now saying the woman should take it back. And now, I am putting it to, to you as a person, personally. Personally, what would you have done if you had been in that shoes?
Everybody have their own choice.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to love, sometimes I used to say something. If you love someone so deeply, like, if you feel like you can go extra mile for someone to survive, when we are talking about love, love is something that is real. Some people will tell you that they love you and the love is of mouth, it's not real. And some people will tell you that I love you and the love is what is real. I'm very sure if that woman loves that man, you will be like, but for me, right? For 30 good years, you went away and you're coming back and pleading and be like, oh my God, no way. In as much as I'm good and I'm okay, because my prayer will be like, okay, you left, right? Let me say you left for good. And if you come back, you are going to meet me in a way that you will not even be able to open your mouth to tell me that this is what you want. At all. Not even as, I cannot accept that. That is it.
But what if the man came, let's assume the man did not come back sick. Let's say he came back richer. Maybe, this thing of Kayamata that people are talking about, like maybe they jazzed the man and he left as a result of the jazz. So now his eyes is back, his eyes are opened, and in that situation, and it comes like, I don't know what happened to me. Like on that basis, can you take him back?
Oh, you said jazz, right? I'm thinking of a situation recently when you said they used charms on you or whatsoever, or jams or whatsoever. How did you come across such a person for him to or for her to use charms on you? Where do you meet first? What are you doing that time? I don't know.
There are devils in the church. Maybe they met in the church.
Okay. If to say it's Yoruba program, I could have used some Yoruba quotes in order for them to understand.
You are free to use the word interpret it for
okay, just like I don't know. I don't understand. No. I am sorry to say this. If it is a chance or not, okay, you are telling me that is a chance. That means you don't know what you believe in. If you believe in God, I'm very sure no chance will overcome you. That is it.
So that's the question. Where did you even meet in the first place?
I don't understand.
Because I believe that if you did not look for the devil's trouble, the devil will not look for your trouble.
Everybody says, so if you don't work in a way whereby they can even just, now, as you carry yourself, they'll be like, people, how did you present yourself in the first place to such a person? And when that person came across you, what did the person say about you? Like, maybe you are too soft, now. I'm so sorry, whether chance or not.
On the basis of chance.
Bye.
Come on,
no.
So what if, we have to consider a lot of things. We have to consider a lot of things there. What if now the man came back on the basis like he is now richer?
Okay. You think richer than
he's now richer. He came back with plenty money.
When such a man live, right, I'll be trying all the possible best for me to be okay, for me to be better. That's, you know what? Okay, let me say this, because I'm not yet married, right? So sometimes ago, I fell in love with someone that I love deeply, that I even made up my mind that I am ready to go extra mile just to see the person happy. I'm ready to do anything just to make the person become great, that kind of thing, right? Okay, and the person left. So my plan is, you know what? I just want to do anything and everything just to be okay. That when you see me, you'll be like, I don't know.
No, I would not have left this person.
I don't know. Even if you want to come and you say, we don't even have the boldness to come and face me, because that the story has already changed.
Where you left.
So if your man left you, if the father of your children left and go, whether chance or just another phase, now, I bet just try as much as possible to put more effort, work harder. So that when even if you want to come and you be like, I bet this one is not very real. Just even if you came again, I'm sorry for yourself. As you can see, I'm okay, I'm fine. Your children are good. Even the children will let me know that Daddy, we are good. Without you, we can watch, we can assist. We are still living. So whether chance or not, I'm sorry.
Wow, this is really beautiful. I love the part where you said even when a man leaves, or when it may not even be, because this question is actually relating to a man leaving. It can even be the woman. Try as much as possible to be better. But now I want to pick it from where you said even the children they will know that they will not even feel like going back to the father. I remember there was this movie I watched, kind of related to this question we are dealing with right now. This man, he impregnated the woman when he was still in school. He was in year 1 in school, and the girl just finished her secondary school. So when she got pregnant, the parents chased her out of the house, and she started living with the guy in the hostel. She had the first child, the second child, while the guy was still in school, till the guy so the guy graduated and everything. So after graduation, when the guy went for service, at service he met a lady. He met another lady, and he started dating that lady, and he forgot about the previous lady. Meanwhile, when they were together, when he was still together with the previous girl that had 2 children for him, the girl sponsored him to school. She was doing Indomie business. She had a shop, everything. She sold everything. Spent on the guy and everything. So after the NYSC, whatever, after the service, his service year, he traveled out. He's traveled out of the country through the other through the other girl he met at the orientation camp and everything. They left the country for over 20 years. So the woman had forgotten about it. She moved on with her life. She could not go to school again. Then she started doing this cleaning business to sponsor herself and her children to school until her son gained admission into the university. So one day, somebody called a woman she used to clean for. The woman told her that there's one of her friends that just moved into the country, and they had a house. They just bought a new house, that she should go and clean the house. So on getting to the house after cleaning and everything, not knowing that the guy that left owns the house, right? The guy that left her is the owner of the house. Do you know what this woman did? She acted like she didn't know the guy. Exactly. She just feigned ignorance. In fact, the guy was looking at her like, I know this person. This is the person I once dated and everything. She feigned ignorance. So after a while, they had an opening house party, like an opening party and everything. They invited her to come and cook for them, clean the house and everything. Then she came with her 2 children. She didn't tell the children about the father of their father and everything. So at the party, the man called her name, the name he used to call her when they were still together. He was like, how did you know my name? She's still feigning ignorance. And the man was like, don't act as if you don't know me. You know my name and everything. You know me. And the woman just acted like she didn't know anything. Not knowing that one of the son heard what she said. So the man started coming to her house. She asked of the house from the person that asked her to come and clean the house. Then she visited them, told the children that he was their father. Because the mother did not have a car, they are comfortable, they are well to do, they live in a very beautiful house, but the mother does not have a car, she's an illiterate and everything. So before you know it, the children they were like, mommy, where is our daddy? Now tell us about our daddy. Before you know, because of the money and everything, the children started going after the father. The father bought them new phones, new everything to entice them and everything. We have opportunity to gain access. And you can't believe that those children, little by little, they started forgetting their mother. And this is where this comes into play. Like, what about situation whereby the man has money? He left for 30 years. Now he is back with money. He's now using the money to entice the children. As a mother, would you have considered taking back the man on the basis of children? At the Yoruba used to make a proverb that Owo tomo ti wo. Exactly. Now the children are involved. What would you have done? Would you consider taking back the man on the basis of children are now there? Exactly.
Okay, you know what? Yorùbá máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ kan wọ́n ní ọmọ wáyé tiẹ̀, ìyá wáyé tiẹ̀, everybody ló wáyé tiẹ̀, ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ la wáyé. There is someone that I knew. I used to tell the person is like a single mother. He had 2 children, so a boy and a girl. And the woman was like, he used to tell the firstborn that, your father is no more. One day I said, no, don't tell him that his father is no more. Let him know that he has a father. But Just let him know if his father is taking responsibility on him. Let him know that your father did this. He's the one paying your school fee. If his father is not doing anything, let him know that, see, I'm the one that give birth to you. Your father is not doing anything, and you can see with your eyes. There is nothing like small children again. Exactly. I used to say it. Those children that we are giving birth to now is like her. 1 year children, if you see them speaking, you'll be like, is it not a year old that sit there? Let him know that, see, I'm trying all my possible best so that you will be okay in life. I didn't ask you not to go and see your father later in the day. Maybe when the time comes, you can know who is your father. But I'm just telling you, let him know that, see, I suffer. If he comes around, if you like, go with him. Let him. But if you forget me once, hey, you know what? They do say something. What goes around comes around. I won't say you should not go to your father. He's your father. But for me, personally, do you know what it means when someone you trusted betrayed you? I don't know. If someone have once betrayed you, you know how it feels. When you love someone so deeply, with all your heart, with everything, and that person went ahead not to break your heart or to destroy you, you know how it feels. It feels so bad. Sometimes you won't even feel like yourself again. It will seem like your world is ending. I will say it over and over and over again. I've been hurt, yes, and I know how it feels. It's not like maybe like 2 or it's just once, but you know, when you love someone so deeply, you know how it feels. It gets inside you and eats you out. I just say it when I was still in school. You know, my friend used to be like, Victoria, are you going to marry? Because the way you used to react based on, I'll be like, I better go. Even in some cases, there is a friend of mine that bears fair. When they are talking about, my friend will be like, so I'm so sorry, I've forgotten that. It's not your own affair now. It's not like maybe is you know, when you get betrayed, the hatred will be there. Especially when you trusted someone. You know now, when you put your trust on someone, the person just went away just like that, without even an excuse, without even, and you know, when someone hurts you, the first question that comes to your mind, or if your husband or your boyfriend, anyone cheated on you, the first question that will come to your mind, what have I done wrong? Exactly. Imagine, where have I missed it? Is there anything that is wrong that this man is not telling me? Even if I did something that you think I'm not good, you just have to call my attention to. Maybe I will change. Exactly. But I don't know. The question will be ringing and say, what have I done? See, in my own cases, I used to say it, and I will not stop saying it. See, if I get married, I will not tell you not to cheat. Just cheat. Don't let me know. And if I know, see. Oh my God. Silence is the best answer for a fool. Oh my God. I will use reaction kill you inside that. You know, they used to say something. I'm coming. They used to say something that, you know, when you and someone had an issue, and the person felt like, I hurt this person, you know, and the person was expecting you to react. And you feel like you just ignore and don't. The person will be like, hey, and you sorry, even if you give such a person what I will not be able to drink it. You know that kind of thing now. Exactly. Silence is the best. Don't worry now, try it.
Okay, thank you all so much for staying tuned with us till this time. As you can see, our Yopi girl is not taking it easy at all, because this case, you know, when it comes to the women, they expect women to, you know, take it back. A man cheats, you expect women to take, but when it comes to the women, they don't want to take it. They don't want even at all.
Just know that your word has ended.
Exactly. So we are coming back to come and tackle the aspect of the women. So if you want women to forgive their men who cheat, why shouldn't women who cheat be forgiven? We'll be right back as we come back to discuss this particular question with you. Let's go on a quick break and we'll be right back.
You say you don't believe me, Java. Say you want to buy shop, but I don't know if you like Java. Nothing can separate us if you don't know. Jesus, in my logo, said before I'm shouting. Don't mind, I'm still repeat, I'm on repeat, I'm on run. In your body, give information, you take protection, send the life and elevation. You're the friendly, I've been a friendly, you need to worry.
Welcome back to the opinion poll with Ignited Ayo. I hope you've been enjoying yourself on this session so far. We are discussing the question: should cheating wives be forgiven? Yes, we have looked at the part of the cheating husbands. You know, you see people say, cheating husbands, he realized his mistake, so you should forgive him. Yes, they should be forgiven. There are some women that can decide to let go of it. Yes, there are some women that can say, oh, he was once he was blind, but now he can say, absolutely, that's what they used to say. Once I was blind, but now I can see. Yes, once he was blind, now he can see. Yes, some women can go to the extreme of taking back that man, forgiving him, letting go of the issue. Now let's look at the part of the woman. You know, most times, sometimes I feel like society does not favor women. Huh? Okay, if cheating men are forgiven for cheating, why shouldn't cheating women be forgiven for cheating? You see people saying that, send that packing, send her out of the house. What's our business with her? You know, the family will say, because she has slept with another man, if the husband should sleep with her, that the man will die.
In our family,
taboo in the family.
You can't do such a thing.
So I feel like sometimes society does not favor women. There are some things that men do and they get away with it. But when it comes to the woman, she can't get away with it. Imagine a man can go outside now, have another child outside, and bring it to the house. The woman will accept the child. But if it had been the woman that left, had another baby, I really wish there's a man here, so that there's a man to discuss this session with us, so that we can see their opinion and their reaction. So what do you think about cheating wives? Yes, there are women. I know that people used to say that it is possible for men to cheat and still love their wife.
Well, on that part, please. Yeah, I came across something like that yesterday, that if he cheats on you, doesn't mean that he doesn't love you. Okay, why you love me? Why will you cheat on me?
That means there's something that the woman is not doing right.
Why can't you tell me instead of cheating, so that I can amend it? If you say you love someone with all your heart, with everything in you, you will never ever cheated on such a person. If it is love, we have different kind of love these days. So we have a sugar-coated match love. Exactly. I love you with all my heart. It's a lie. But if you actually love someone so deeply, I mean deep down, you will never ever try to cheat on such a person, because you will be considering the person's, now in terms of emotion stuff.
Exactly.
If I go out about this, how is she going to feel? But no way, you know that she won't feel good. Never and ever. The thing that is not even surplus, that I'm trying to manage it, someone is not trying to. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Exactly. Now, on the part of the woman, as much as I don't encourage that women cheat, at the same time, I feel like there should be an equality to some extent. Even if the woman did not leave the house for 30 years, she by mistake saw her ex, and something happened. On that same basis, the men should be able to understand, like, what if it had been me? If I had been the one, she would have taken me back. At least on that basis, the man should be able to take the woman back. What do you think? Even though we are not looking at we are not looking at equality between the gender.
There is something that I came across yesterday as well. I said they can dish it out, but they can't take it. They can dish it out, but they can never take it. That is not for you. Cheating is what is no good. Now, Yoruba sọ pé imi kékeré létí àwọn gbẹ̀gìrì, bójú bá kúrò mi ọkọ lè kúrò ńbẹ̀. Even see, if you are a woman, your husband said, "Okay, I'm taking you back because you cheated and I love you." Ah, be careful. Hey, because there is no, even if the man reveals to react or to, now based on love, maybe he loves the wife very well. What of those brothers around you? They be like, I'm so sorry for that woman particularly. Just be careful, very very careful, because no way, if you just do a something, now, when maybe you did something like not intentionally in the house, before you know it, they will use that thing to do what?
Exactly.
Even the family, if they come around, that is exactly the point that they will bring up. You that do this, that do that. You will not even have the boldness to speak, to stand. Better still don't cheat.
Exactly.
If your man's cheated on you, that does not mean that you two should go ahead. Because we have some women that will be like, because my husband did this, I have to. No. If you think you can take it, better still leave. It's not by force. This thing is not by. Don't force yourself to do something at all. And in some cases, you have some women that that they can go extra mile in order to be fighting some ladies because their husband is doing that.
With them.
What is the meaning of that? For what? Instead of you to face your husband and talk to your husband, why going after another? It's your husband's fault, not that person's fault. But instead of you to go ahead and think the next thing I will do is to cheat on him as well, I'm sorry, you are deceiving yourself, because
she will be the one to lose at the end. There are things that men do and they get away with them, but when the day a woman tries it, that is the end.
They can dish it,
exactly, especially in this society that we are, that doesn't favor women. Like you rightly said, my own advice is that women should not even bother to
don't bother.
And if you are a cheating spouse, you are a cheating husband, why cheat when you can actually love? Like you made a statement the other time, and I held on to it, that when your husband is cheating on someone, you don't have to go and fight the person. Because I know of somebody that went to fight with some our husband's girlfriend, and that one beat her to poop. Like they gathered together, rally around her, and
she
beat
deserved
her.
it. Instead of you to face your husband, and I used to say something. That is me for you. I will never, and I can never fight a lady like me because of a man. I will never do that, because I believe if you love me, if that man loves me so much, you will not go for another lady, of course. Because I believe if it's really meant for me, I don't have to beg for it. Why will I be begging you because I love you for what? If it's really meant for me, so you don't have to fight a lady because of a man.
So I feel like that's where communication comes in. Instead of going to fight the other lady, you can actually talk to your husband.
Yes.
There are women that will come and fight with their husbands.
Yes.
And this is where wisdom also comes into play. You cannot, a cheating man will never admit that he's cheating. You cannot say, my husband, I see that you have a girlfriend. This is who your girlfriend is. You are going out with this girl. You will always deny it. So as a woman, a wise woman, you don't go ahead and be asking such questions like, honey, you are cheating with me, is it true? You will always deny it. You will
exactly.
Swear.
But you have to find another way to let you know what you are doing. If I didn't say anything,
she may not even reveal it. She may not reveal it. You can do something like, honey, what do you think I can do better? Is there something you feel I am not doing better that will not make me love you better? See, I know that it hurts, because it is easy to say it, because it is very, very painful when the person you love, even as an unmarried person, you discover that the man you are going out with has another person. Maybe you are like 4 in the book before him. He's just sampling all of you to know if you are the right person. It will hurt you the day you realize that this person has another person, has another man. Talk more of as another woman. Talk more of a man you are married to. But because you want to sustain your marriage, you have to show that wisdom. You have to show that you are truly a wise woman. Look for me. Usually the only thing they tell women like that is pray about it. And sometimes as you are praying, you also have to apply wisdom.
Yes, exactly.
You also, because one day that man will get infected, have an infection now, come and infect the woman.
Exactly now.
So
they escape it as well.
I said the woman will not escape it. I'm not there when you are doing whatever the rubbish you want to go and do outside. Why should I be the one to resist? So the woman also has to apply wisdom. You know that your man is cheating. Know what you can do at that point so that he will not come and infect you. Or what do you think about that?
Just be careful, Sha. Be careful as a woman. Be careful. And let him know. Let him know your mind, your opinion. Because what goes around comes around. Even if you think is some women will be like, oh no, Larry now. It's not like
it's coming back to you.
If the thing later affected the husband, it's coming back to you. It's coming back home. So better still let him know, so that when the thing turns around, the family will not be like, shebi Yahweh, just let them know that
okay. So now we'll be going on a quick break now. I would like that as soon as we get back, we talk about how can cheating be settled, like how can we settle the case of cheating in marriage.
Okay.
You know, that husbands will not think of looking outside, that the wife herself will not think about looking outside. So thank you all so much for staying tuned with us till this time. We'll be going on a quick break right now, and we will be right back.
Everything you want, you can. Everywhere we go, we make it swing. From the north to south to east to west, we shout to sing 'cause he's the best. Nobody ever can contest us all. Everywhere that we go, I will shout to sing all the day. Make his name everywhere that we go, I will shout to sing all the day.
Welcome back from that music break. Welcome back. Like I said earlier, we're going to be looking at how can cheating be eradicated. I know I don't want to use that English eradicated because it's looking like how it can be cancelled totally. I know there are some people that will not take advice.
Yes.
So how do you think the issue of cheating can be settled in marriage? How can we avoid it? What are the things that wives and husbands can do to to prevent this
Cheating.
issue of to prevent cheating?
Let me start from here. Cheating is a choice. You know that. This life, even apart from cheating, this life we have individual, we have choice. We have the right to choose from good or bad. So it's your choice. If you choose to cheat, that is what you choose. If you choose not to cheat, that is better still. As a husband, as a wife, please try not to choose in order to do what to cheat. Don't choose to cheat.
That's the word. That's what I hope you got.
Because it's a choice.
Choose not to cheat.
And another thing I want to talk about is maturity. In some cases, some husband and wife, they are not mature enough. You know, in some cases now, because my husband cheated on me, and I feel like yes, I have to go extra length in order to cheat on him so that we even know and feel that yes, I'm cheating. That is not maturity now. We just have to apply maturity. And in terms of manners also, you have to apply mature. You have to be mature enough so that you will not hurt the person that you said you love. And let's talk about communication. In some relationship, there is something like, communication is very essential. Even apart from that, communication is very, very essential. Some people, they have poor communication. Fine. Just try as much as possible to be communicating time to time. Some people, maybe your husband feel like hearing your phrase and he called you and be like, why are you calling me? I'm busy. And the person can feel broken, like, what's going on now? Is it with someone else? And if your husband has well called you, or you call your husband, I'm busy, I cannot receive your call, I'm driving. It doesn't take anything. Only I'm coming, I'll call you back. let's try as much as possible to work on our communication. So, and another thing, you know, this in terms of sexual stuff, some people they don't, some women they, you know, now
Exactly.
they don't
They are not ready for their husbands.
So if you say your wife is the type, it's something that you can work on, because in some cases that such a thing can lead to a man for cheating. You feel like my wife is not satisfying me in this area, but it's not must you cheat. Let her know that, honey, I don't like the way you are.
No, I feel like this part of sexual relation is because people don't talk about it in relationship. You know, especially in a godly relationship. Let's use godly relationship. No, that's the thing.
I understand.
You hardly hear these things in the church. You hardly hear people talk about these things. And by the time you talk about it, you know, people will be like, this thing is supposed to be holy. You know, you should, even though you are not practicing it, I think it should be discussed. And you know, my own advice is always that 3 months before your wedding, talk about it. Some weeks into the wedding, talk about it. And as soon as because marriage is not something like, I have seen the woman finish, I have seen the man finish, now let's get into marriage and start doing it. It is a continuous process. You keep on learning and learning. And, you know, as soon as you get into marriage, especially the core aspect, which is the sexual aspect, discuss it. Talk about it, because you're already married. So what are you hiding again? You're already married. Talk about it. Stop. If your wife is not satisfying you, talk about it. Let her know. If your husband is not satisfying you, let him know, because the two has actually become one. And also the part where you mentioned choose not to cheat. I remember there was a time long ago, there was this married man that was asking me out, and I was like, the man has money, rich, well to do. I was like, I imagined if it had been my husband that is going to make another. So, I can't take it if I hear that my man is cheating.
Okay,
so it was very easy for me to. There was some of my friends who were like, collect his money. I'm working for my money. I can take care of myself. I can feed myself. I can clothe myself. God is helping me. His money will not add to it. So it was a decision for me that I cannot do to another woman what I cannot do to myself. So cheating is a choice.
Yes, exactly.
And some people will say, I'm cheating because my wife is not satisfying me. This thing that people say, I cannot be eating eba every day. You have chosen to marry that woman. That eba, you eat it for life. You have chosen to marry that man. That indomie is for life. Eat it for life. For worse. So it is as you are inside that you can decide to explore that. Okay, I have gari. This my husband is gari. Should I use this? Should I drink this thing as gari, or I should use it to make eba, or I should use it to do gari jollof, or I should use it? No, you are the one that will determine what you want to use your gari to do, because there are different food that you can make it your gari. So you will keep on practicing, you know, doing new things that can make your relationship to keep blossoming. So it is a choice. I concur with that. It is a choice, because your wife will not. You know, people marry their wives. Some men marry their wife because she's slim.
Yes.
You know, the day the woman becomes fat, she's now fat. I can't cope again. I need another slim girl. Yes. The fact remains that change is constant. That man is going to change. That woman is going to change. Exactly. The man, because you married him because he has beers. One day, something will happen. The beers will no longer be there. You have to still choose to love that man, regardless of what the changes. You know, some women say, I married my husband because of this,
because of his stature. You know now. So you just have to think of it. Exactly. Don't go for facial stuff in terms of appearance, because
it will fade away.
Yes. And another thing I want to talk about is don't let your wife or your husband to feel like lack of inadequacy, like lesser. You know now, in terms of, you know now, we have
comparing
some wives will be like, my husband is not good enough. He's not even doing this.
They compare their husband with their ex. The wife too.
That is another thing.
I remember when I used to date Rebecca. Rebecca can cook. Rebecca can dance. Rebecca can this. Rebecca can that. Comparing your Rebecca that can dance with your wife that cannot dance. So you can actually teach your spouse what
you actually want from him or her. What you actually want him or her to be doing, so that everything will not just fall out just like that for the sake of the children. And another thing I want to talk about is you know what, in some home they don't know how to appreciate each other.
What deep is it?
You know now, no way. Even if it is a pen that he bought for you, just try and learn how to say thank you
with ease.
Appreciate him or her. If she dressed in a way that you feel like, oh, my wife is looking out, let her know that, oh, babe, I love your dress, I love everything about you. Look, you know, now that thing can even, you will just such a person that my husband really loves me, he can do it. My wife loves me, so please and please. And in terms of sexual addiction, we have some men and some ladies that you know now, so please,
they are, I don't want to use the word I want to use right now. I don't want to use it. Let me just keep it, because some men, some women, their sexual drive, it is well with them. So we hope with this little discussion, whoever that asks this question, we hope that we've been able to answer you. And on a final note, that person that is asking question, I don't know if it is the person herself or she's asking on behalf of another person. 30 years gone, like, search yourself, ask yourself, what can I do? If you feel like you can take him back after 30 years, so it's fine.
It's a matter of choice. As we have said,
you are the one that, like you said, it's a matter of choice. You choose to forgive that person. So we are not here to say, don't forgive him or forgive him or let him go.
Forgive and let him go.
Ask yourself that question. Do you want this man back? The love you have for him from the onset, is it still there? If the love is still burning in your heart, no problem. You are free to get back with the man, and nobody is going to give up. So, see, whether you do good or bad, society will always talk. Whether you do the right thing or not,
they will still talk about it.
So shun the voice of
never live your life to please anyone, because no matter how you please, they will still have something to say about you.
Exactly.
So don't live your life to please anyone.
Exactly.
That is
so search yourself and answer that question. And this will bring us to the end of this session. Thank you all so much. This is Opinion Poll with Wignited Ayo. You can send in your question to us on this WhatsApp number 090-2205-3305. 090-2205-3305. Send in your question and we'll be here to discuss them with you on air. And before we leave the session, we would like that you follow us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook and Instagram, we go by Prime Media TV. And on our website, we are enginespeak.com at the same time. On YouTube, enginespeak.com. Please do well to follow us. At the same time, we have an online mall.
Yes, we have an online mall. If you want to order anything, just try as much as possible to visit our website at remi.com.ng. When we say Remi, REHMIE.com.ng. So you can place your order from our website. Thank you.
Thank you all so much. And remember that on the website, within Lagos, we deliver to you within 3 working days. And outside of Lagos, how many working days?
7 working days. So we deliver both state and interstate.
Yeah. So thank you all so much for staying tuned with us. Till we come your way again. I am Ayo, and she's your big girl of Ojumoi with the Yoruba Show. Thank you all so much. To have a great day.